Yo, what's up everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I just got back from a screening after seeing Central Intelligence. This is a 2016 comedy film that stars Kevin Hart and The Rock. And I'm gonna be honest, going into this screening, I was not happy. I almost went in kicking and screaming, saying, motherfucker, they're going to do this to me again. How many Kevin Hart movies have I gone into thinking maybe this is the one, maybe he's going to win me over, maybe he's going to be, or he's going to do something different, he's going to be funny, he's going to do things to make me go like, wow, finally something different. The trailer looked horrible. It did. And the fact that we were dragging along The Rock into this mess and possibly ruining his hot streak for movies, I was just like, why? Why did this movie get made? The plot is we see Kevin Hart, who in high school 20 years ago, he was voted to be the most successful. He was the popular kid in school. 20 years later, he's still with the same girl. He married her. She's hot as hell. But he's upset because his high school reunion's coming up, and he's an accountant. And he's not happy with this. He thinks that this is the lowest of the low, that he's a loser. And I'm sitting here like, really? Being an accountant, is that bad? I mean, okay, fine, I could see if he wanted more for himself. But that's not a bad job, I didn't think. And he has a hot-ass wife. Like, it's really not all that fucking bad. But then The Rock shows up. The Rock, who 20 years ago, he was this fat kid who always got made fun of, had no friends, and Kevin Hart was the one nice person to him. So all these years later, The Rock's like, hey, let's meet up, let's hang out, let's reconnect before this reunion. And let me just say before I go any further, that much to my surprise, I actually liked this movie. What? I know, I was not expecting, I was expecting this to be a full-blown rant. I was expecting to hate this movie and curse a lot during this video. And I'm sure some people want me to do that, but I can't. I can't because after that initial beginning where I just didn't understand what was up Kevin Hart's ass about being upset about being an accountant, like that's such a hard or bad job, or that his life is so bad. Once The Rock showed up, and The Rock, this is the most over-the-top goofy that The Rock, I think, has ever been. I know he did the Tooth Fairy, but I just mean a character who, when he has to, he'll kick ass. He has his action stuff. It's The Rock. You gotta have him do action. Of course, that's there. But just as a character, this guy is so delusional and crazy out of his mind. Like, he's unpredictable. You don't know what he's going to do next. Then you do a moment where you feel bad for him because how he was in high school and he was picked on and how he didn't have friends, and he looks at Kevin Hart as the one nice guy in his life. And it's a touching thing. So you go like, okay, I feel for this guy here. But then these other moments, he's batshit crazy. And a lot of the humor does come from that. Does come from The Rock just being over the top and being like, I haven't quite ever seen The Rock act like this. I'm purposely not talking about the main crux of the plot because, well, for one, the trailers and the marketing for this movie was shit. It was. This plays into why I thought this would be shit going in, because the trailers didn't tell you anything about the plot, which is why I'm avoiding saying anything, because there must be a reason why they didn't do it, so I won't do it. The trailer just shows them together and Kevin Hart being whiny and The Rock not listening to him and them doing action stuff. It looked really dumb. But when you see the movie, when you see the plot, when you see what's going on, when you see the bigger scheme of it, it makes sense why Kevin Hart is being that whiny, is being that much of a complainer throughout the whole thing. And it's almost fascinating to see The Rock as this guy. He does want to bring Kevin Hart in to help him, but you're questioning whether this guy is a bad person. Is he that out there? Can you trust him? So that is the best parts of the movie, but the humor does work. Even Kevin Hart made me laugh a few times. Now sure, there's moments where he has his Kevin Hart isms where he's going on and he's obviously going off script, and and you go like, okay, dude, like, calm down a little bit. But then there's other moments where he did have me laughing. So look, I'm begrudgingly just, I don't want to do this, but I will say that this movie entertained me. If nothing else, this movie entertained me. I'm going to have to give this a matinee. A matinee because, I mean, maybe this isn't like the biggest movie that you have to see in the theater, but I think if you did, if there was nothing else, or if you have seen everything else in the theater, and you're like, I just want to see something new, if you want to take somebody to the movies to see a comedy, this is something to see. I actually am recommending a Kevin Hart movie. Holy fuck! Who expected that? I didn't. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below if you're at all interested in checking out Central Intelligence. I'm telling you, I can't believe it. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!